Hey everybody, my name is Joseph, and just wanted to um, just give like a general message to those who are thinking about getting into trucking, going to a trucking school. I'm at one right now. I just spent 3 weeks out on the road as part of my training. I don't have my CDL yet, but um, yeah, so I mean, it was. I think the very first thing I'd bring up would be um, family. You know, if you don't have like a wife or kids or anything, then I'd say go for it. But if you have a wife, kids, and uh, they're just like all supportive at first, don't expect it to be like that exactly when when you actually get out there. I've been married for 8 years, since 2010 in January, and it's been extra hard on my wife. And we have 3 kids, and I'm doing this for several reasons. One, because I need a skill that's in demand, and two, to show my boys, hey, you need to think about, getting a skill before you're 31, like myself. um, so, and I want to show them that, I stuck through it. You can do it too, because I know if I can do it, so can you. So, um, you know, it's also, it's good to have your CDL, because it opens up the door for other jobs that you don't even need your CDL for. It's good to have that kind of certificate, something to show that that you put initiative forward, that you're not playing around. You want a job, and you're probably more than qualified for that job because you have your CDL. Um, but have reasons not to get into it. It's freaking dangerous. um, it can be, like a walk in the park some days, and then some days it's just like, man, like going through the hills of West Virginia when it snows, or no, just take away the snow. That's dangerous enough. Coming from North Carolina on into West Virginia, oh my gosh, that scared the crap out of me. With almost an 80,000 pound, you're basically a missile going down the highway. And, if, say, if you're 150 feet away from the car in front of you, or a vehicle or whatever, you only got about like 2 seconds to react. Forget about it. If you're less than that, you only got a second or less. Yeah, I mean, keeping a safe distance is very important. Reading your signs. Being able, I experienced my first deer. I didn't hit it, although I should have, because I could have impeded, well, actually I did impede traffic by pushing on my brakes, losing 24 miles per hour in 2 seconds. That triggered a critical stop against me. Went to the safety team for the company I'm training for, and they asked about it, and, just had to tell them, you know. Um, but what should have happened, I didn't slam on my brakes because I had learned to gently apply the brakes and gently raise up. But the thing is, when I gently applied the brakes, I kept my foot going towards the floor. I was gently pressing like this when it should just be like that, But it was 5 deer crossing the highway, and it is what it is. I should have hit it. Because if I did that, then I wouldn't be impeding traffic. I wouldn't risk others slamming into the back of me, injuring themselves or myself. I wouldn't risk damage to other people's property or, my trainer's property, because it's his lease truck. So, there's so many variables that you wouldn't even think. But you're like an 80,000-pound missile going down the road, and it's dangerous. But there's also some good things that I've learned, like, company drivers, they don't pay for anything. They don't pay for gas. They don't pay for lumper fees. They don't pay for anything. They just get paid. Also, lease. Oh yeah, but company, you don't get as much home time, as you potentially can with lease. With most companies, it's work a week, get a day. And it would be in this order, like work 4 weeks, get 4 days off. But you have better benefits, better insurance, stuff like that. If you're leased, you're paying to use their truck. You're paying it. Basically, you get your monthly payment and break it down into what it would cost each day that you have it. That way, you can calculate how many days you can take off, because it's a business, your own business. You need an LLC in order to lease, and so you got to be business minded, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go lease, and it's gonna be kind of a leap of faith, but the company I'm training for, they have classes to show you how to successfully execute a lease operator, So, what my trainer said is that he said, your first 3 months are going to really suck because you're not really going to get much. You're going to have to save a lot of money so that you can take home time off more often, like you want to. And so, yeah, also with lease, you can turn down loads that maybe, it's not, your 17 or 14-hour clock will not agree with this load, so you're like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. So with company, you don't have a choice. You do what they tell you, and I like that option of being able to turn down loads. When I was on my trainer's truck, they were going to have him take me to, well, have me drive in the snow in Pennsylvania. The problem there is that sometime shortly thereafter, entire highways closed because there was so much snow and it was a danger. Um, he turned down that load because he saw it coming. And, so, I think, that's probably the better option for me, even though I'm not really business minded yet. But I will be. Because I'm gonna jump into that, but, anyways, I just wanted to say, if you got a wife and kids, really think about it, because her opinion could change. My wife's opinion, has changed. And, or like her, what she thinks about me doing this, she misses me a whole lot more than she thought she would. And I'm not saying anything negative about that. I miss her too. I miss my kids. And, I'm just here to put in my year for the contract and get out, And I've heard that from a lot of people. That is a common thing. Some people end up staying longer, That's their choice. There's this one guy I talked to. He's been working there for 12 years, I think. And he said for his first year, he was going to do the same thing as what I was going to do. He moved to the state that they're in and decided, this is my family, which I thought that was pretty cool. And he's been there ever since. Been living in the state that the company is in. And anyways, I'm going to be making more updates. Sometime this week I should be getting my CDL. But take it easy, guys. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.